Welcome to KBTE Teacher Education Channel from Bachelor of Education B.Ed from the subject of School Management and Organization. Today we will learn the topic of National Council of Educational Research and Training, which is also called as NCERT. The National Council of Educational Research and Training (NCERT) is an autonomous organization. Autonomous organization means it is not going to depend on central government, it is not going to depend on any other body, organization, administration, management. Everything is going to take place in its own way. It was established on 1st September 1961 at New Delhi with a view to improving school education. It functions as an academic wing of the Ministry of Education under the Ministry of Human Resource Development. So here, for the purpose of improving school education, there is need to implement different policies and programs by the central government. So for the purpose of improving school education, for the purpose of implementation of policies and programs of school education by the central government, so here central government is going to take guidelines and mechanism from the NCERT. The NCERT has a general body where all the state ministers of education and eminent educationists and teachers are its members. And in general body, who is going to be there? State education ministers, eminent educationists in India, and teachers are the members of the general body. The council is wholly financed by the government of India. Central government is going to provide financial assistance to this institution, which is nothing but NCERT. Next, functions of NCERT. The National Council of Educational Research and Training plays an important role with a view to improving the quality of school education by undertaking research activities. So here the important functions are as follows. Number 1, it undertakes independently or in collaboration with other organizations to do research in the field of education. For the purpose of development of education in India, it is necessary to do research in education. So here, National Council for Educational Research and Training, this institution is going to do research in education either independently or by taking the support of other organizations also. Next, second one, it develops new training programs by organizing pre-service and in-service training mainly at an advanced level. So here National Council for Educational Research and Training is going to develop different programs for the purpose of organizing pre-service and in-service training. So do you know what is the meaning of pre-service and in-service training? Pre-service training is nothing but when when that teacher is not going to enter into the profession. Before entering into the teaching profession, when that individual is going to take training, then it is called as pre-service training. For example, in India, B.Ed colleges are there, diploma in elementary education colleges are there. So here, those who are aspirants are there in the field of teacher education, they are going to take admission in these institutions and they are going to get training. So all these institutions are pre-service training institutions. Next, in-service means what? Already in profession, those who are in teaching profession, for them NCERT is going to give a training for the purpose of development of teaching skills of the teachers. Next, third one, it prepares instructional material required by teachers and students. Do you know what is the meaning of instructional material? When you are going to teach inside the classroom for the purpose of teaching effectively in the classroom of all subjects, what are going to play an important role? Instructional material. Instructional material is nothing but teaching learning material: textbooks, blackboard, chalk piece, overhead projector, and also some other material which we are going to prepare from the locally available material. These all will comes under in instructional material. Next, fourth one, it organizes extension services. Extension services means what? Already in a teaching program, whatever services are there, whatever programs are there, whatever mechanisms are there, for the purpose of development of those programs and mechanisms, there is need to organize extension programs. Because of that reason only, NCERT is going to organize extension programs for teachers and also related to school education area. Next, it undertakes and organizes studies, investigations, and surveys relating to educational matters. Related to education area, NCERT is going to organize studies, investigations, and surveys to know what is the position of education in India. Next, it disseminates improved techniques and practices. Whatever techniques are there, whatever practices are there in teaching field and also in school education, so here it is going to work for the purpose of improvement of techniques in school education department. Next, it acts as a clearing house for ideas and information on all matters relating to school education. And next one, it advises both central and state government for the purpose of improving school education in all areas of India. Here it is going to work, NCERT is going to work for the purpose of academic improvement of the institutions of related to school education. Next, it undertakes the implementation of the policies and programs of the ministry in addition to dealing with specific development and research activities on its own initiative. So whatever policies and programs will be there of a central government for the purpose of formulation of policies and programs with respect of school education, NCERT is going to play an important role. Next, it deals with specific problems in different fields like curriculum, textbooks, publication, examination, etc., and undertakes research in these fields with view to improving the quality of education at school stage. So here, in examination, in publication, in books, textbooks, in curriculum, NCERT is going to play an important role. If any research is required in all these areas, NCERT is going to do research in development of all these areas. So these all are the functions of the NCERT. Next point, topic is in this topic only, the constituents of the NCERT. The NCERT has several advisory committee on which various educational organs at the state level are represented. It works in close cooperation with educational departments in the states, and it has network of 15 offices of field advisors in different states in order to carry out its functions in an effective manner. It also maintains close relation with universities and also interacts with similar international and national organizations throughout the world. The various constituents of the NCERT are the National Institute of Education NIE, Center for Educational Technology CET, Regional Colleges of Education RCE, and recently designated as Regional Institute of Education, which are available in India, situated at Ajmer, Bhopal, Bhubaneswar, and Mysore. Means that how many RIs are there in India? 4. Regional Institute of Education, it is also called as RIE, which are situated at Ajmer, Bhopal, Bhubaneswar, and Mysore. So here we are going to discuss about these institutions in a detailed manner. First one, National Institute of Education NIE. One of the most constituent units of the NCERT is the National Institute of Education NIE. It is established at Delhi. It is concerned mainly with the conducting research on problems of school education. So the NIE is a research and development organization concerned with all problems of school education like the school curriculum, textbooks, examination research and reforms, and also teacher training programs. The NIE functions through several departments such as Educational Psychology Department of School Education, Department of Education in Science and Mathematics, Department of Textbooks, Department of Teaching Aids, Department of Teacher Education, etc. It has a survey and data processing unit which conducts educational surveys and also assists different departments in their work. It has also publication department. The other units of NIE are National Talent Search Unit, Examination Research Unit, Examination Reform Unit, Work Experience and Vocationalization of Education Unit, and Policy Planning and Evaluation Unit. The NIE has also a library and documentation units on the campus. NIE also organizes several training programs, seminars and workshops for teachers, teacher educators, educational administrators, etc. So it serves as the chief institutional agency for developing research, advanced training and extension services. So this is about National Institute of Education, which is also called as NIE. Next to Center for Educational Technology CET, it is also called as a CET. The NCERT has set up in 1973 the Center for Educational Technology. It is an institution located at New Delhi under NCERT. The director of NCERT acts as the director of CET. It is concerned with innovations and their developments in education using various media for school education. It comprises several units such as programmed learning, educational television, innovations, productions and evaluation. So this is about CET, Center for Educational Technology. And next one, Regional Institutes of Education. This is also called as RIE. The NCERT maintains 4 regional institutes of education at Ajmer, Bhopal, Bhubaneswar and Mysore. Then how many regional institutes of education are there? 4. So these colleges are concerned with both pre-service and also in-service training courses like 4-year courses in science and language. It is also called as integrated course. For example, BSc BEd, BA BEd means that 4 years, 3 years for degree and 1 year for BEd, 4-year integrated course. Next, second one, 1-year BEd course in science, commerce, agriculture and language. Now it is not available in India. Next, third one, MED course, Master of Education. After the completion of BEd, students, those who are completed a Bachelor of Education, they are eligible for doing Master of Education. After doing a Master of Education, they are applicable to work in BEd colleges, teacher training institutions, primary school education training institution in each and every area. So these personalities can work. Next one, postgraduate programs in science only at RIE Mysore, Regional Institute of Education at Mysore. So where some students can able to complete their postgraduate programs in science. Next, summer school cum correspondent courses leading to the BEd degree. And next one, extension work and in-service training in variety of subjects including work experience. And next one, summer institutes particularly for science teachers. Next, here the major objectives of RIE are to develop and provide program for teacher education for the multi-purpose schools and to prepare teachers for technical subjects, science, craft, agriculture, commerce, home science and fine arts, etc. Next, second one, to provide in-service courses for the existing teachers of the practical subjects in the multi-purpose schools. Next, third one, to provide in-service programs and field services for the teachers, supervisors and administrators concerned with the multi-purpose schools in the region in which it is located. And next, fourth one, to organize and develop a model demonstration multi-purpose school. And fifth one, to function as a regional center for programs or in-service education and field services for secondary school in general. And last, sixth one, to undertake pilot studies and research projects in the methods of teaching in relation to the multi-purpose schools as well as the general secondary schools for the purpose of development of methods of teaching. There is need to do research projects, there is need to undertake pilot studies. These all are going to be undertaken by the Regional Institute of Education. So these all are the major objectives of RIE. So these institutes are concerned with pre-service and in-service training courses and research activities and other educational services which are the integral phases of the total program. Next, so here, what is the body of the NCERT? Constitution of NCERT. There is a general body of NCERT. The members of the body of NCERT are the Union Education Minister as the President, all the education ministers in the state and union territories having legislators, and the Chief Executive Councillor of Delhi, the UGC's Chairman, Secretary, Ministry of Education, Government of India, 4 Vice Chancellors of the universities, 1 from each region, 12 nominees of the Government of India, among whom 4 are teachers and all members of the Executive Committee. With such a constitution, it becomes possible to take policy decisions at the highest level in a mutually agreed manner. The administration of the NCERT is vested in the executive committee with the Union Education Minister as its president and the Minister of State for Education as its vice president. Among others, one of the Deputy Minister of Education in the Union Ministry is its member. Other members of the Executive Committee are the Director and Joint Director of NCERT and the Chairman of UGC, one representative of the Union Education Ministry and Union Ministry of Finance, two eminent educationists. The Executive Committee takes decision on all matters concerning the affairs of NCERT. In general, the programs of NCERT can be classified into three categories such as research, training and extension. NCERT is going to work in the field of research, in the field of training and in the field of extension. So this is about National Council for Educational Research and Training. Thank you.